Good morning, girls. Good morning, pre-primary boys and girls. Good morning, faculty and staff. I am without my mask this morning because I am alone in the chapel. This is our very first all-school Zoom Thanksgiving assembly. I am sad that we cannot all be gathered together in the Tippett Gym, but I am so glad we have the opportunity to be together in a virtual way. Let's start by taking a few deep breaths together, in and out. That was excellent. We will begin this morning by welcoming grade 5 to perform several selections on their ukuleles. Grade 5 and grade 3 and 4 and the outdoor pre-primary have had a wonderful time at the Butler campus this fall. Thank you, grade 5. Today, I'm not going to tell you stories about turkeys or pilgrims. Lots of those stories are fairy tales that people as old as I were taught in school. And they might make us feel very happy, but they are not true. Instead, I am focused on the idea of gratitude, Thanksgiving as a celebration of all the things we give thanks for. We can be appreciative of things and people in our lives who are important to us. Health, family, pets, lovely food, a warm bed, mittens. For me, books would be high on a list of things I was thankful for, because most of you know I love to read. I am grateful too that we have been able to be in school in person pre-primary through 8th grade since the end of summer. And I am grateful to the faculty and staff throughout the school who joined their girls every day. Now, we have the 2nd grade with a chant they learned with Mr. McDaniel in conjunction with their social studies unit on indigenous peoples, especially those who occupied this land before white people took the land as their own. I believe that this is a chant from the Lakota Sioux tribe of the Northern Plains. So, not quite so nearby, but a great chant all the same. 2nd grade.
Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa, nay, yana, hene, yo, way. Hepa, nay, yana, hene, yo, way. Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa, hepa, nay, nay. Hepa,
Thank you, second grade. I'm so proud of you and so lucky that I got to be a part of making that chant. As always, I brought a story, and you can see that I recorded it the other day, so I am wearing a different outfit. And this book is called Thank You, Omu, and it's by Oge Mora. And it was a gift from the class of 2004 to the Laurel School boys and girls for them to have in the Lake Library. So I'm borrowing it in advance. And I think Mr. McDaniel is going to show you pictures, so I'm just going to read and you can look at the pictures. On the corner of First Street and Long Street, on the very top floor, Omu was cooking a thick red stew in a big fat pot for a nice evening meal. She seasoned and stirred it and took a small taste. "What a delicious stew," Omu said. "Tonight's dinner will surely be the best I have ever had." With that, Omu put down her spoon and went to read a book before supper. As the thick red stew simmered on the stove, its scrumptious scent wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until someone was at the door. When Omu opened it, she saw a little boy. "Little boy," Omu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was playing with my race car down the hall when I smelled the most delicious smell," the little boy replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." Stew," he sighed. "That sure sounds yummy." Omu thought for a moment. She was saving her stew for dinner, but she had made quite a bit. It would not hurt to share. "Would you like some?" The little boy nodded, and so Omu spooned out some of the thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Omu," the little boy said, and went on his way. With that, Omu closed the front door and went back to her book. As she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious smell wafted out the window and out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and round the block until someone was at the door. When Omu opened the door this time, she saw a police officer. "Ms. Police Officer," Omu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was on duty down the street when I smelled the most delicious smell," Ms. Police Officer asked. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ah, stew," she said, and her mouth watered. "That sounds mighty tasty." Omu thought for a moment. There was still enough to share. "Would you like some?" The police officer nodded. Once again, Omu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Omu," the officer said, and went on her way. And for the second time, Omu closed the door and went back to her book. Sure enough, as she read, her thick red stew's scrumptious scent wafted out the window, out the door, down the hall, toward the street, and around the block until again someone was at Omu's door. This time, when she opened it, she saw a hot dog vendor. "Mr. Hot Dog Vendor," Omu exclaimed, "what brings you to my home?" "I was selling my hot dogs down the block when I smelled the most delicious smell," Mr. Hot Dog Vendor replied. "What is it?" "Thick red stew." "Ooh, stew!" The vendor licked his lips. "That sounds quite delectable." So Omu spooned out some thick red stew from the big fat pot for her nice evening meal. "Thank you, Omu," the hot dog vendor said, and went on his way. Throughout the day, people from all across the neighborhood knocked on Omu's door. She fed a shop owner, a cab driver, a doctor, an actor, a lawyer, a dancer, a baker, an artist, a singer, an athlete, a bus driver, a construction worker. Even the mayor stopped by. And each time they knocked, Omu shared. Soon the sky darkened, the street lights dimmed, and it was finally time for dinner. But when Omu opened her big fat pot of thick red stew for her nice evening meal, it was empty. Omu sniffled. "There goes the best dinner I ever had." Sorry and blue, she sat at the table with her empty pot until who could that be? Omu wondered. When she opened the door, she saw the little boy, the police officer, the hot dog vendor, the shop owner, cab driver, doctor, actor, lawyer, dancer, baker. Why, everybody she fed today was at her door. I'm sorry, everyone, Omu sighed. My thick red stew is all gone. I have nothing left to share. The little boy tugged at Omu's sleeve. Don't worry, Omu. We're not here to ask. We are here to give. The police officer carried in a fresh salad. The mayor entered with a roast chicken. The baker brought a collection of sweet goodies. Even the little boy presented Omu with something special in a shiny red envelope. Everyone who had knocked on Omu's door that day squeezed inside her tiny apartment, and together they ate, danced, and celebrated. While Omu's big fat pot of thick red stew was empty, her heart was full of happiness and love. The dinner was the best she had ever had. And then it ends with a little note. Thank you, Omu. Now, let us be as quiet as we can be for just a moment to consider the things that we, each of us, is thankful for. Maybe it's someone we love. Maybe it's that hard thing is over. Maybe it's not having school for a few days because we're on vacation. It doesn't matter what, but let's all take a deep breath in and close our eyes if we feel safe enough to do so, and take one moment together. Thank you. Whether you are cooking or eating, I ask each one of you to find a way to be helpful to your family over the next few weeks. Wash the dishes, wash the dog, take care of your little brother or sister. Make yourself useful, Zoom with your faraway relatives. That's a way to show our love and appreciation beyond just saying the words. Thanksgiving isn't about turkeys. It's about community, about our families and taking the time to pause and notice the beautiful natural world around us. It's time to rest a little and help a lot. It can be exciting and sometimes a little bit stressful. Remember to be patient and to be kind, to help without being asked, and then to help some more. I give thanks for each one of you and for the good fortune I feel to have Laurel School in my life as we celebrate the school's 125th birthday. Thank you to those of you who've agreed to keep a journal with me during this historic year. I am grateful to Jenny Prentice for founding our school, for all the faculty and staff and all who have gone before us, to those people who keep us safe and give us chances to do amazing things at Laurel School every day, whether we're in school or at school at home. I am grateful for every one of you. I wish each of you a joyous and happy holiday with just the right blend of fun and rest and good things to eat and family and gratitude. We'll close today by listening to a recording of our alma mater. My thanks to Mr. McDaniel and to Mrs. Porras and Mrs. Hannum for putting together our first ever Zoom all-school assembly. Happy Thanksgiving.
Here we are.